Portland is known for its incredible food scene, and one event is using that power to bring people together. Taste for Equity celebrates diversity, community, and cultural connection through food, all by supporting local organizations making a difference. Joining me now are Louis Lin, chef at Xiao, and Anaïs Mera of AniChe Cellars. Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
So what does it mean to both of you to participate in Taste for Equity?
It means a lot. One of the things that's so interesting about wine in general is it has kind of a sordid past as far as who was able to enjoy it and how it kind of related to our culinary experiences culturally. And I really feel that Taste of Equity is doing such an amazing job at kind of rewriting the future of wine and making it more inclusive, and it's such an honor to be part of that.
Louis, how do you feel being a part of it?
It's huge. I mean, I think, owning a restaurant has always been, it's always going to be something that you need a lot of money for. And so to be able to highlight people of all backgrounds and ethnicities and everything, it's great. And it's a big deal for us to be able to represent ourselves in this sort of manner with everyone.
Well, yeah, talk a little bit more about representation and why it's important for food and to pair food and wine outside of kind of the Western norm, how we normally think of it.
For sure. I think culturally, when we think about pairing wines, it's usually going to be a Western thing. It'll be an Italian dish or a French dish. But I can honestly say that you can pair a wine with every single cuisine throughout the entire world. I think the people at Taste of Equity, what Louis is doing, what we're doing, and what everyone else is doing at Taste of Equity is really, like I said, kind of making an evolution for our wine and food pairings, which is very great.
And do you like to also think of different ways to pair your food with wine?
Yeah, our whole program, our wine program, is really strong, and it's something that we really care about. And yeah, every culture drinks alcohol and has food with it, and so it's not crazy to pour any wine from any part of the world with any food, really.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah,
totally.
Louis, tell us what you brought today.
Yeah, so this is actually the dish that we're going to be doing at Taste for Equity. It's a dish based off a very traditional Korean dish of beef tartare and Asian pears. So what we've done is we presented it sort of in this sort of new American style, right? So we've gotten pears from Kyokawa orchards, which are like the best that you can get. 2 different kinds, and then we just season that with some diced beef that we get from Rebel, grass-fed stuff. Sweet soy, a little bit of sesame oil, lots of salt, a little bit of sugar to balance out the sort of savoriness of everything. And it's incredible, and it's really a showcase of how we want to cook our sort of first-generation American food, which is just like stuff that seems familiar, but sort of told from the lens of, a first-generation American.
Okay. And then what did you bring in terms of wine, and will this pair with that?
Yeah, hopefully it'll pair very lovely. This is coming from our estate vineyard out in the Columbia Gorge. We have a bunch of different styles of wines that we do, but this one, when we were chatting earlier, Louis was telling me all the really lovely, like savory components that were going into this wine. And I was like, oh yeah, this has to be the world. So this is our late season Gruner Veltliner coming from our estate in the Columbia Gorge, AVA.
You poured some, so I might as well taste it, right?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Very good, very tasty. Tell us the story of your winery, because do you own it with your mom?
We are family owned and ran. Yeah, my mom started the winery in 2009. We're in the Columbia Gorge, AVA, and up until about 2022, we were sourcing a lot of our fruits from some selective people in the Columbia Gorge, AVA, and also in Washington. And then now we had the privilege and the opportunity to have a vineyard, and now we are farmers as well. So we have a bunch of different styles. We always want food and wine to be this just perfect marriage, and it absolutely is.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're so excited to showcase our wines.
Yeah. Tell us briefly about your restaurant and how long you've been in business and how it came together.
Just over 2 years now. And yeah, we moved here for my partner's job, which happens to a lot of people in Portland, I think. And, I fell in love with the city, and it just felt like the perfect place to do it. So yeah, we were open for 2 years, neighborhood as much as possible, trying to be as technique driven and product driven as possible, while still just like being really comfortable and cozy. First generation American food. Come and hang out, eat some food.
Yeah. Tell people where you're located and how they can find you.
We're in the Hollywood district, 3832 Northeast Sandy Boulevard. You can follow us Xiao PDX on Instagram, xiaopdx.com. Yeah, come in.
And Anais, your turn.
Yeah, we are in the Columbia River Gorge. We are in Underwood Mountain. It's about 10 minutes from White Salmon and Hood River. And we're going to be open through the winter time starting January 10th. We have such a cozy, wonderful space. We would love to host you and drink delicious wine and connect.
Yeah, well, thank you both for coming and sharing, and have a great time at the event.
Thank you so much.